Hello, Leo, my sweet pussycats. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, Leo, we've done some really deep readings lately. We're going to do a little bit different this week. We are going to look into your career and your money. Your money, honey. We're going to look into that a little bit. Yeah. So, actually, it's funny that I'm sitting here right now because I have a really good friend. She's a Leo, and she's been very frustrated at her job for a little while. Kind of a toxic environment. So, and I just actually like a lot of people. I just like going through a lot of stuff right now. So in some ways it feels spiritual. Actually, Cancer's reading was a little bit spiritual. Like how certain parts of your emotions and how you look after yourself can affect your work and vice versa. But anyways, so that's what I'm going to do with you. There's 5 points in this reading. We're going to look at your current situation with your career and finances, influences affecting your career and finances, your beliefs around career and finances that need to change, action to take to turn things around, and likely outcome if you take any action. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with doggies. I'm going to start with oh, look at this, is perfect for Leo. Leo pride, baby. I'm going to start with the Doggy Wisdom Oracle deck, because doggies will get cut right to the chase in terms of feelings and emotions around these questions that we're asking. And then I'm going to go into my Chinese fortune cookie deck, oracle card. And I pulled this out. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to pull all cards out for you here. I already did this for Gemini and Cancer, but I pulled my energy oracle deck out, and I do have my tarot of positive clarity. Oh, I like that. The Magician. Maybe some of you guys are trying to get something new going as well. So yeah, I'm going to get started. It is general, so it may or may not resonate. I do want to say there might be points in this. I don't usually say that, but I'm feeling that. There might be points in this that do resonate and other points like no. Don't worry about that. If something resonated, I just feel like there's a lot of different possibilities for people out there. So hang on to what sticks good and let the rest of it fall away. Take any advice that feels right for you and let the other stuff out the window. But because it's general, it may or may not resonate. If it does and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. All right, pussycats. Your money and your career. There's too many cards. No. We're not even going to look. We're not even going to guess. How being bloodstone. I'm hearing bloodstone. So that's odd. Why do I feel like bloodstone has something to do with the first chakra, which is confidence, stability? Maybe you're meant to be doing something that gives you confidence and stability. That kind of supports that in you. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Anyways, let's go. Current situation with finances and career. Concentration. You are all paying attention. Good. I'm not standing at the front of the classroom. Anyone? 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 Wasn't that, what was that show called with French Savage? Was it that? Anyone? Anyone? So you're all paying attention. You're concentrating. Let's see what you're concentrating on. I'm going to keep pulling these out. Influences affecting career and finances. Forgiveness. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Influences affecting your career and finances. Concentration and forgiveness. I just can't help that this little doggy in the background is ass kissing. Just because he's behind the other doggy. Like, I don't know, there's some ass kissing that has to go on where you are, or you feel like that's the only way to get forward. I really feel like that other little dog is like, come on, come on. That's really funny. Let's see. Beliefs around career and finances that need to change. No ass kissing. Oh, I hate that. Rest. Well, that's interesting. That needs to change. What are your beliefs around? Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm getting for some of you that whatever you're doing right now, like, okay, let's say you're working. I'm going to put this into two piles. Let's say you're working and it's tiring you. Like you feel just tired and kind of worn out. And you almost feel like, or you're thinking to yourself, you know, I need like just a break before I even find a new job or something new. Or I need a break from where I am. I need, like, yeah, it just, but what I'm actually getting is, it's not so much that. It's like you need a break from what you're engaged in. Like just a change. You know what they say, like a change is like a vacation. There's something about that that's coming in here for like a need to change a belief around your career and finances. Like if you feel like you need to rest, and I wouldn't, you know, I'm not giving anyone any medical advice. You also have to listen to yourself. But if you feel like you need to rest, I'm hearing you might find how energized you get in a different environment. Action to take to turn things around. Happiness. Oh, I know that's a hard one. Especially for my friend that I'm thinking of. She is in a very political environment, and she's in human resources in a very political environment. And she's basically, yeah. So, yeah, that's not an easy one, but that's what the universe is telling you. Put on a big smile. Put on a big smile. Likely outcome. Frustration. Oh, shit. Let's keep going. Let's keep going before anyone tunes out. Companionship, responsibility, fun, affection, decision, playfulness, and cards. Maybe you need, like, because I'm getting this too. Like, there might be, you know, you can work in a really shitty place. I worked in a really, really shitty place when I first came out of college. But it wasn't the people that I worked with that were like on the same level with me, that worked with indirectly. Like my manager, no, my supervisor and the managers and the higher management were really shitty. But it was almost like that somehow I created really strong friendships in this group with people. And I feel like it might even be a situation like you might be somewhere where the environment is kind of toxic or difficult. But if you just had that one person, you know, that you could sit together at the water cooler or at lunch and say, man, did you hear what Dave asked us? I know that guy. Like, are you serious? Or Janet, or that girl, I know. I feel like it would help on some level. But anyways, let me keep pulling out cards. I'm going to go, before we go to the fortune cookies, I'm going to go to the Energy Oracle deck. You are concentrating. You are concentrating on your confidence right now. I just love this dog's body language. It's literally like you've just said something like, did you just say cookies? Did you say walkies? What was that? Like, try to say that again. Say that again. I thought I heard something important to me. These cards are so distracting. They're all so bloody cute. All right, storm warning. Oh. Okay, so this is a current situation that you have with your finances, career. That card reminds me a bit of a Tower moment. So I don't know if it feels like this foundation is not stable, or if it's right now there's something going on that feels like this whole thing is breaking apart. It's just like, but you've really got to concentrate. You have really got to be in there, on the game, in it, all in, like with a storm and concentration. This, I'm getting to, like, if you're going through, could you imagine if you were a captain on a ship going through that? You don't have time for anything else but navigating this storm, like watching the winds shifting. Is the cyclone coming towards you? Is it going left, right? Yeah, it kind of feels like you might be in the midst of, you know, and it could just be a shit storm. It just could be like people with their bullshit and their drama, like just all over the place. And you need to concentrate and almost try to pick out what isn't shit storm, like what is real, what's going on here, what's not drama, what's the reality here. I never thought of that before. Never thought of it. Like visualizing what a shitstorm looks like. It's pretty messy. I've never visualized it before. Okay, influences affecting career and finances. Forgiveness. Oh, the angel of balance. Well, that's interesting. Well, maybe there is some butt kissing required sometimes, but not heavily, right? I think a good boss, I'm just saying butt kissing because you're not going to, well, maybe unless you got to butt kiss a colleague to cover a shift for you or something. But generally speaking, people do butt kissing to people that are above them. Because I was going to say, like, a really healthy leader or a boss doesn't necessarily want people to kiss their ass and just go with the flow. Because, I don't know, I don't think that you necessarily level yourself up as a leader and those around you and then create something really big that is recognized by all. But I think also like a boss or a leader does not appreciate to be called out in a group. So where I'm going with this is like, you don't have to butt kiss. And actually it could, yeah, see, okay, that's the companionship thing. Isn't that interesting? So even your boss or someone may be in a situation where they don't have like that person that they can talk to, or, you know, but that's what I mean. Like, so if you think your boss is doing something that maybe isn't that, or you have a different perspective, don't bring it out in a group. Don't do that in a group because you're challenging their authority, you're challenging everything about it, and they're going to target you. They're like, no, right? You just, it's ape dynamics. It's primate dynamics. Do this stuff in a private space. Do this stuff in a private space. It's affecting your career and finances. I feel like butt kissing is affecting your career and finance. Maybe the only people that are getting ahead are the ones that are kissing the boss's ass. Ugh. Then I don't think the boss is worth it. I really don't. Like, if that's what it takes to get to the top, I don't know. Find something else. It's so easy for me to say sitting here on the other side of the camera. But I just don't. I don't think that there's any value in a leader that the only people that they want around them are those that kiss their ass. Because you're never going to hear the truth. Let's keep going. Let's keep digging into this. Beliefs around career and finances that need to change. Rest. I need to rest from all this shit. Hostilities. Well, maybe you do. Or maybe you don't think you do. What is this? Rest and hostilities. Do you need a rest from the hostilities, or does the perspective have to change? Maybe you just need, right, action to take to turn things around. Maybe you just need to walk in and realize everyone's a fucking fool. You don't have to say it, but you know, when you just imagine them where their bozo noses are, you know, yeah, that's a fucking fool there too. What would make you happy? Imagining them. I used to do that with my supervisor. Yeah, he was a bit of a bozo. Action to take to turn things. Oh, look at this. Happiness and love. You know, I do feel like the angel of love is a guiding energy. So she's guiding us somewhere. So it's easier for this energy, this entity to guide us if we're in a space that's kind of an energetic space that's a little bit similar to this. If we are absorbed in this, it is very difficult for like an angel of love energy to reach us. Very difficult. Not that it can't be done, but it's just going to take a bit. It's going to take a bit. There's got to be some happiness somewhere. And I know I'm saying that. I know my friend's situation is very difficult. She's watching. She might be. Because this is the one thing that is a concern for her. Yeah. It's like daycare for adults. It's just a horrible So I know it's hard. Like just suggesting this can be hard depending on your environment. Recognize the bozos for who they are. You don't have to tell them they're bozos, but you can snicker with the angel of love in the background going, I know that person's a bozo. And of course, you know, they'll be talking about you because, oh, so-and-so is talking to themselves. Just laugh it off. Whatever. Likely outcome is frustration. Door to value. Shit. Okay, so now I feel like, yeah, maybe I have a better attitude in my workspace, Cindy, but I'm still frustrated about either I need to stay here because I have to pay my mortgage, I don't want my house to foreclose, the kids need to go to college, somebody needs food and clothing, or you're frustrated because, okay, I can see my way through this environment and find a better place to be in it mentally and emotionally, but financially it's still not what I need. Attachment, the sun, magician in the mirror, patience. Oh, that's interesting. You know, this is, maybe you should be doing something completely different. I know that can be scary, right? Especially if you're qualified for something specifically, very specifically, and you've been in that a long time. Because you've earned like a level of income, you've earned a level of experience, like all that stuff comes with it. But when you're starting something new, you're kind of starting from scratch. You can also expect to be kind of lower in the ranks and lower in income. But there's definitely something here about detaching from what you know yourself to be now. And then that produces the sun. The magician in the mirror. I get with that card, the magician in the mirror, what you want also wants you, and manifesting it. And the sun is like your self-actualization, your happiness, your true light, your path, and patience. So that too says, well, you would, if you are feeling compelled to step in a different direction from where you are right now in your work, there might be, I don't know. You know what? The cards are not really telling us that there would be a step down from what you've kind of grown yourself to be right now, because we went right into the sun, didn't we? Because yeah, I needed to step aside there. That was just my perception of, well, yeah, that's what typically happens. But I'm getting to my friend who's in human resources. She's in human resources for police department, and like it's a big organization. But you know, like something like that, instead of looking for another big organization, maybe looking for an organization that's kind of growing and needs to develop a human resources. Do you see how that can, so you can take all that experience and all that knowledge and you could apply it somewhere where they're actually just going to create that. And you can foresee so many different possibilities and problems based on all of the kaleidoscope of shit that you've had to deal with in the past. Let's see what the fortune cookies tell us now here. I like the outcome is frustrated about the door. See, one of the things, I was it with Cancer, I said, you'll find in this reading, I'm not just pulling a card and saying, okay, what's your finances now? That's not good. Like a tarot card. And then asking, okay, what's it going to be in the future? Oh, there you go. Doesn't look too good. Or it looks really great. But what if it doesn't look too good? Without like looking deeply into what it is, you might just think, oh, that's it. It's just not going to look good. But no, maybe it's a mindset about something. And if you shift that, change. So current situation with finances and career. Reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. Oh my goodness. That's the shitstorm and the concentration, right? Maybe you're the one that's in the shitstorm. Like you're just feeling it all inside of you. It's more inside of you than it is externally. Reinvent yourself. But that's where you are right now. So you are trying to reinvent yourself. You're looking for something new. Influences affecting career. Forgiveness, angel of balance. There's, you know, only so much ass kissing you should do. Reflection. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. Well, that is interesting. I'm hooking up with that companionship energy again. So, there could be some relationships in your workspace that are going to be coming to an end. Or what that relationship is going to be changing. There's something about this. I don't know, like if somebody else is kissing the boss's ass and making out like they're your friend. Yeah, we're comrades in arms. I just am getting like this really almost cutthroat competitive environment. I think you've really got to balance what these friendships are. But I think on some level here, it's more other people are getting ahead by kissing someone's ass. I always find that so surprising. Anytime I've been in any position of authority, which is never really a great position of authority, it was usually just like as a trainer at work. I would be training people or I would be auditing them. Well, I guess that was it. I never trusted the ones kissing my ass because I knew they were hiding something. Like, why are you kissing my ass? Do you not feel like that the work you do is enough, that you need to suck up to try to get in favor with me so that I won't call you out when I find what you're doing wrong? Right? Like, that's what I mean. There's something that's not right about this. So I don't like this atmosphere. Okay, rest. Okay, beliefs around career and finances that need to change. Rest and hostilities. Friendship. A friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. See, now this is a belief around career and finances that needs to change. I think that there's some people that are pretending to be your friends and they're not your friends. Another thing I'm getting too, what is this card here? I don't know. It says love life. It came off the top. I'm just going to shove it in the middle there. Oh, that's funny. It would have been next for happiness and angel of love. Maybe we should pull that out. Oh yeah, the other thing I'm getting too is if you're getting, like, let's say you're looking for work, you're looking for a job, and you're getting a lot of advice from friends. They don't necessarily know what the best thing is for you. I mean, you really are the only person that can answer that question. If people are guiding you or offering you advice on what to do with your life or your career or your finance, this feels a little bit more like career more than finances, but we get over here to that later. You can like listen to what they say and kind of take that perspective and decide, can that be applied to my situation? Is that really what I'm interested in? Like, you could be talking to someone who loves to travel for work. So you know what, if you join this company, if you do this, you'll get to travel 3-4 times a month. It'll be great. And when you travel, you get to experience this. You get to eat out at restaurants, and you get to ride business class on the company's dime. And I mean, I've done that. I can tell you, yeah, you're gonna eat at restaurants, and you're gonna gain weight because there's all sorts of salt and sugar and all that restaurant food that you normally wouldn't put in. And you're gonna get tired of eating by yourself, and you're sleeping in hotel rooms. You better bring a pillow, your own pillow, because they're all like this, the pillows in the hotel rooms. And if you're traveling in the winter, they're extremely dry. I used to have to fill up the bathtub in the bathroom to get the humidity levels up in the hotel room because it was so, it's not, right? Like, you can't, you have to. Okay, so what's this love life say? Affairs of the heart could cause future problems, but take heart, as difficult situations will be resolved by a good decision this week. Oh, well, that's interesting. That's the action to take to turn things around. Happiness and angel of love. Your love life. Maybe you should just focus on your love life right now. I feel like with that though, it's like it affects your heart. If you're dealing with a difficult situation, it affects how you feel emotionally. I think there's going to be an opportunity for you, like action to take to turn things around. This is saying that, you know, things to do with your emotions. There could be some future problems, but take heart because the difficult situations will be resolved by a good decision this week. So whenever this week is for you, maybe it's this week, or it could be something that takes place in a period of time of a week. So something will happen here. And I feel like your guidance, angel of love, is a guiding angel. And happiness, that's the answer. That's how to guide yourself on the action to take. Not about what some friends may be advising you to do or not to do, what might be good for you, what might not be good for you. Also, I think that there's some friendships around, if you are working where you work right now, that are not what they appear to be. I really think some of these people are kissing the boss's ass. And that would just make me question the integrity of the boss that you're dealing with. So when you have to make a decision, base it on your heart. There's going to be something that happens. The guiding light for you is your heart, is to listen to your heart. What is your heart telling you here? What would make you happy? Likely outcome. You might still be frustrated with your money, but you know what? Money can't buy health. It can certainly buy you medication, surgery, whatever you do, but there's things that even money can't. Like the richest person in the world can die of an ailment. I mean, it can happen. So at the end of the day, your health is also based on your happiness. So likely outcome, frustration and door to value. Tough and trying times. Tough times ahead, think long term and make decisions accordingly. Avoid negative people at all costs. This is telling me that you might make a decision based on what will give you happiness over what will give you a lot of monetary gain. You got to think about too, like how much you need to survive, and do you need everything that you have? I think about like when I grew up, we lived in a little tiny 2-bedroom bungalow, and I mean, it was tiny. There was 1 bathroom, a kitchen and living room. That was it. Like, I don't think it would have been more than maybe 700 square feet. It was really small. You know, I think about like the size of the houses that we live in now. You know, like in some ways, we're our own worst enemies in terms of how much we want around us. I think this is just the universe telling you, like, if you go on what makes you happy, I feel like there's at least a short-term sacrifice in finances. Okay, right. Tough and trying times ahead. That feels like kind of now or directly after a decision. Think long term. Okay, that's what also makes me feel like this is not going to be forever. Think long term and make decisions accordingly. So if you know, okay, my income's going to go down by $2,000 a year, or $4,000 or $5,000 or $800 or whatever is significant to you, but I am going to love my job. I am going to get up every morning. I'm going to feel excited about going into work. I'm going to feel inspired. I'm going to be happy. Like, that's a big thing. I'm going to be happy. All right. We're not going to do takeout anymore. We're going to eat more at home. Little Susie, you're going to start wearing your brother Jonathan's hand-me-downs. I don't care. She's like, think long term. If you just have to sacrifice your finances for a year or two, and then that will find you long term doing something that you're happy with, where you're not competing with people who are kissing the boss's ass, and the boss likes that. And you know who's really your friend and who's not really your friend. You could still have this value, but you just have to plan ahead. Avoid negative people at all costs. Just get rid of them. Out the door. Happiness, happiness, happiness. Signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. Something's gonna happen for you. And it's gonna feel like it's kind of at a cusp, at a major decision for you. Your answer to that major decision is not whether, am I gonna end up losing a couple $1,000s a year in income, or am I gonna lose benefits? You know, those are all yours to consider, and that is your right. But the universe is saying, what makes you happy? That's the way to make your choice. Chapeau tarot card, yeah. You guys should hang out with a Gemini. They had a great reading. They're like on their way to riches. But it looked like they're learning something new. They're learning something new, taking on a new, kind of like maybe taking on a new career. Let's get a tarot card for each one. I can't stop looking at these two. I swear to God, your boss loves ass kissing. I swear to God, he loves that. He or she loves that. Just because this one's like licking their nose. You know, when you scratch a dog in the right spot, their foot goes. This is so sick, isn't it? I know, it's a good way for you to laugh at your boss. Give my head. Current situation with finance and careers. Queen of Cups. Oh, but you look so wounded. I think you're wounded. A storm. Reinventing yourself. It's about love, happiness, joy. Reinventing yourself. The Queen of Cups. Battered and wounded on the shore of the storm. This is like this person just came in out of the storm, like the boat sunk and they found themselves on the shore. Look at this mermaid is giving them love. Influences affecting career and finances. There's the ass kissing section. Judgment. Yeah, raise yourself above this. Look beyond it. And this feels like someone who has been working for a long time at this one task. And the humanity is not raising this person up out of it. Your boss is not raising you up out of it, but the angels are trying to. Angel of balance. Wow, you have two angels sitting here. Ah, yeah, this is not a salvation that will come to you through another person. At least not your boss. Your boss. Beliefs around career or finances that need to change. I'm kind of thinking like too that there are friends that need your help. And your excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Take a rest from that. Take a rest from their problems, their hostilities. The Nine of Swords. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like almost too a bit with this, how that's coming out. That thinking everybody's problem is your problem. Maybe you're the boss. Are you liking it when they kiss your ass? No, you shouldn't like it. Because they're hiding something. They're totally hiding something. They're covert when they're kissing your ass. Yeah, everybody's problem is not your problem. Well, I guess maybe for the boss it kind of is on some level. But that's, yeah. Nine of Swords, everybody's problem is not your problem. Why are you waking up in the middle of the night like this? No, gosh, you need happiness. Or maybe even believing like my job needs to be this stressful. You know, if you're going to make good money, you need to be stressed out. Action to take to turn things around. Love. Choose happiness. Love. Two of Pentacles. You got to choose. It's all in your hands. Just choose. That's it. Likely outcome. Frustration, tough and trying times. Gee, thanks, Cindy. Oh, I don't think, Three of Swords, I don't think you're going to choose the happiness. I could be wrong. Nine of Cups. Oh, God, I feel like y'all are so close to a dream on some level here. And I know, I can already hear the comments saying, like, Cindy, I've got 4 kids, I got 3 kids, I have a parent who has dementia, and I know it's even harder in the US because healthcare is just, that is a crime. I don't, it shouldn't even become political. I'm almost afraid to say it because it's not a political thing. Every human being on this planet should have a right to healthcare and medical care. Free. Well, it's not free. It comes out of your taxes, but they freaking tax the shit out of you anyways. They might as well put it to something. So, I know, I'm not, this is the universe talking to you, honey. That's just the universe. That at the end of the day, your happiness, I'm going to go do the extended. So, what I'm going to do the extended, Leo, is surprise from the universe, which is like a blind spot as well, and advice for you, like a deeper advice. Now, I do want to say something else too. I could keep pulling cards until I get a happy ending here. I've been noticing something on you. I'm just going to say it right now. Your reading is done. You don't have to sit in for this part. I've been noticing, like, there are some channels and readers that perpetually spin this good story, this good story, this good story. And I know it's nice to hear good news. It absolutely is nice to hear good news. But don't you want to know the truth? Like, doesn't that prepare you better for your future if you know your truth? And instead of like a false hope, and then you get there and then you're like defeated again, and another false hope, and you're defeated again. And like the angel is kind of telling you, maybe this lesson takes some time to learn about happiness and choosing love. But I don't know. I just think, yeah, your likely outcome is a little shitty right now. But I don't know. Maybe that's just for a week or two. Maybe it's for another month. I think it's until you have the willingness, the ability to choose something that makes you happy and that is guided by your heart. And that to me feels like the point where everything changes. So on some level, for some of you, you know, that might be very cyclical. Like, you know, it's just coming around and that right opportunity presenting itself. If it does, and you know you're going to love it, but it's $2,000 or less now than what you're making currently, whose fault is it if you don't choose it? That's all I can say, right? It's not, you can't continue to stay where you are where it's miserable. If you get an opportunity that is pretty good, it's really good actually, it could make you really happy. That's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to go to the extended. Until next time, pussycats, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.